Mm. Hi, Debra. Hi.
Hello, everybody. I cannot hear Sabine. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes. You can't
Yes,
hear
I
me. Can
can't
you hear me
hear
already?
you. I don't know why.
Also, can you hear me?
Just see.
Can you hear me? Aha, I got it. Have you got it?
Yes,
Just finishing my lunch quickly.
Oh, I've just
I thought I'd
finished
open
mine.
the Zoom room at least and say hello.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Hello, everybody. I
a
just
lot of
finished
ladies
my
are
lunch.
joining us.
I also need to go get a notepad, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me just need to check. I got the light. I got the tea. Let me actually close my door. Oops. There we go. Hello, Aurelie.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, Asia. You got
Hi.
people there as well to say hello to everyone. This is great. This is exciting.
I know. I was just thinking.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Martin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Martin is in China. How awesome.
I know. I saw it. That's amazing. Oh my God.
Hi.
Sabine has a very, very powerful way of bringing women together. And Sabine,
I love it.
you
I'm
are
so
just
honored.
phenomenal at what you do. It's like, whoa. And you are the confidence. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. I think we'll have to talk about it a bit more
Yeah, of
in
course.
terms of how we're going to do it. Maybe, I mean, to start with, let's wait a couple of more minutes and get everyone sort of.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll do a bit of maybe a quick intro. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'll
like
just,
a minute
of
each.
course. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That would be
I'll just say
amazing.
very quickly
Because people haven't really been logging on like this and been able to say hello to each other. It was pretty much me giving information. So I think this and obviously next week, Wednesday, I'm hosting another networking event, which is a bit more like talk about what you do kind of thing. But maybe, and I'll let you lead this session, Debra, because you are the expert. I don't even know how to write properly myself, so I have to learn quite a lot. And I'm excited to hear what you've got to say. But obviously, I'm here to, to give you guys guidance in terms of the creative writing and a bit more about the book in terms of, because I have a very strong vision. And let me I am recording it. Perfect.
It is recording.
Perfect. I have a very strong vision with regards to how the book's gonna be and look like, as I had with the Rise book. So I can be very meticulous in terms of, no, we need something different, or it doesn't sound quite right. And I'm just doing it because I want everyone's story to be amazing, I don't want anyone. I mean, quick, can you just pass me a book as well, the Rise? Just show again. Hi, John. So we haven't started yet. I'm just doing a little bit of a intro speech and sort of reminding everyone that if I am being mean to you or we're coming back to you with sort of comments, please go and revise again. Then obviously it's for everyone's good, because I have this very strong vision in terms of how it's going to look, what sort of tone of, not quite the tone of voice, but because everyone has a different tone of voice, but in terms of how we want to present this. And as a sort of an overall thing and as a sort of a vision, as I had already with the Rise book, quite clearly, it all came together in the end, and it was all sort of, this masterpiece was already born. And the beauty is we have this piece to go back to and to see, hey, where do I put my title? What is meant by, a bio, right? Let me go back and check and see what did they do? How did they do it last time? So that's the beauty about going back a little bit. But obviously, we all have our own voices. This is a little bit more about cooking, recipes. I'm going to sort of chuck a little bit of that in there as well, and a pinch of salt, a bit of pepper. But at the end of the day, Sophie can do this. If you provide the raw, your ideas and sort of your creativity, then Sophie can just mix it all up and sort of bring it to life. So don't worry about that too much. I think everyone's kind of settling in. I don't have no clue who's going to be here today, but maybe very quickly, Deborah, if you just want to introduce yourself first.
Yes,
thank you for hosting this today and for arranging that and suggesting it.
Thank you for having me. So I'll introduce myself very quickly to you, and then we'll go straight into what I have planned for you. Yeah, this is really, really beautiful. I just want to make sure you all have a real pen with you. We need a real pen. Do you have a real pen with you? Can you show it to me, everybody? Perfect. Okay, amazing. So we really need a real pen, and I'll explain to you why very soon. So we go into what we're going to do. I might mute you. Is that okay? And because sometimes there is some noise. I don't know. Sabine, maybe you want to mute some people. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do that. I was just wondering if we want to give everyone a quick 20 seconds to say hi.
Okay.
And then it would be great, because not really met as such. Aurélie? Must unmute so you can hear you.
So what are we supposed to do? Introduce yourselves, or?
Literally 20 seconds. Otherwise, we'll be going on forever. Just, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I do this. And maybe if you have a challenge in terms of writing, then say it now, and then maybe we can help you with your session.
Okay. All right. So I'm Aurélie Lemierre. Happy to be here. Thank you for hosting this. And I'm a joy catalyst and a singer, artist, musician, and I also have a global peace movement called Voice the Change. And it's basically voicing the change for peace in our beautiful world, peace, joy, and love in our world. So I do empowerment through my workshops, basically. And yeah. So I know I need to practice my speech, my pitch. But yeah, I'm happy to be a catalyst of change. We voice the change, basically. That's what I love doing, and raising the consciousness towards a better world and a happy, peaceful world. That's me in a nutshell.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Martin?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, good, wonderful. I hope you all can hear me clearly. I will try to speak more loudly. So I am Martina, and my niche is in fact a combination of emotional release and gut healing. That's basically very explained in very short sentence. I think you are not hearing me, so I will not explain too much.
I can hear you.
Is that yeah? Okay.
We cannot.
Good, wonderful.
Hear you. Yeah.
Good. Well, also between brackets, I'm calling from my parents-in-law home. My parents-in-law are from China. My husband is from China, and I live in China. But I am Dutch myself.
Amazing.
Dutch of nationality.
Wow.
And very, very happy also to be with you all together and to see you for the first time together as well.
Perfect. Fantastic. It's exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
Very sweet.
it's great because you now have the connection and you can support each other and sort of get in touch outside of us getting together like this and asking each other questions or whatever you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very good that we have done this, arranged this meeting for this evening. It's I'm sure it will be very helpful for all of us.
Perfect. John?
Yeah.
Thank you, Martine.
Sabine? Me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Huge pleasure to be on board. I'm very happy that I can make it. Sabine, thank you for moving me to the next batch. It's very helpful because what happened, my 2 laptops broke down. I still don't know why. The airport says they may have been something, you know, I don't know. We can't explain what it is, you know. So I'm looking for a laptop that I can use to write my piece again. I have a few questions, perhaps if we have time, you know, after the meditation. And apart from that, I'm an expert in changing countries, a cross-cultural expert, leadership development across countries, across cultures, and to enable people who have successful and satisfying careers when they change countries.
Perfect. Thank you. Asia. Hi.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. I am Asia, and I'm a photographer, and I create photographs that bring joy into this world. So joy was the subject that I love so much. I'm so happy to be part of this. I have to confess, I haven't started writing things. I have lots of stuff in my head. So this is the most perfect timing because the deadline is the Sunday, isn't it? For my batch. So I
no, it would batch 2. I can't remember. I think it was the 30th of September. But I'd rather you do, you know, a quality piece of work than, and as I told Jan as well, you know, like that's not sort of get gray hair over. I don't have a laptop this week and I gotta squeeze it all in. So batch 2 is 30th of September. So we'll have time.
It's today.
30th, not 30th.
30th. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was the 15th. So that's absolutely fine. So yes, I'm very excited and really so glad that I could make it today. I was supposed to have a shoot in London today and they moved it to next Friday. So I'm very pleased to be here. Look forward to the meditation and the rest.
Perfect. Thank you. Kathy. Are you there, Kathy?
Yeah. I am. I mean, I'm sorry. I won't be on video because I am struggling with a cold here. So I'm going to kind of hide the background. But I am just excited to get this off the ground. I started my draft a while back and kind of set it aside. And I actually started refreshing it just a few days ago. And so I'm excited to get it all pulled together.
Perfect. Good to have you here, Kathy. Right. Debra.
Okay,
the
so
floor is open now.
Yes, I have to say I pick up my children at 3:30, so I will probably need to be at 3:20. So if you have to stay and you may stay on, but I planned everything that we need to do within that time, so it should be absolutely fine. And then I don't want to say but I have to pick up my children. So
yeah, I have another call at 3, so
all right,
it's over. I can leave this open.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll go. I think we'll crack on with this. So I'll be very, very briefly introducing myself. So I'm so happy to have you all here. Writing is one of my biggest passions. I am a mother of 3 boys. I'm originally Italian, but obviously I've been in England for a very long time. I always loved writing. It was a way of escape. Not so pleasant childhood. My diary was my best friend, but I never really believed in my writing because obviously I'm not English, and I thought my teacher always gave me low marks because she said my writing was too imaginative and creative. She couldn't understand it. So imagine, yeah, and I see you, Annette, doing the face, yes. So not long ago, obviously I started writing. I'm an entrepreneur for my business, and I got a lot of good comments and bad comments as well of people telling me about spelling and things. And so I was like, I need to get better at writing. And I thought I wasn't good enough. And then one day, out of an intuition, I said, you know what? I am going to open a writing club for entrepreneurs. I don't care if I'm not English. I don't care if I don't believe in myself. I'm just going to do it. And I charged for it, and within 2 hours, I had 3 people joining. I nearly fell off my chair, people. I was like, I can't believe it. This is how much you need to believe in yourself, right? Because my story is incredible. Like, and I want to show you this. This is a spelling mistake in this cup, which I will never change, ever, ever in my life. This is the, in fact, he said imperfectly beautiful. So it's not what about like the structure of writing, is how you make your reader feels. This is something very, very important about writing, is how you make the people that read your writing feels. It's not just about structure and everything like that. So anyway, I created the writing club for entrepreneurs, and yeah, it's just going strong. I love it. So I thought, let me give you some help. And I want to tell you something. In this session, I want you to totally be open. And we're going to engage our intuition. One of the ways that I write with a lot of flows is through my intuition. I connect with it. My intuition tells me all the time what to write, when to write. It's a voice that comes. So I personally don't like to write and sit down and come on, idea, come. It just doesn't work for me. And in fact, I wrote nearly all the Joy story. I remember texting Sabine. I was on a plane, and I said, Sabine, how do I write? She said, just write. And I was like, she is my type of woman. Yes. She just said, just go with it. And in a spur of the moment on a plane, it was like, blah, 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 blah. Exactly like that. So this is what I'm trying to give you and to help you with today. We're going to really engage your intuition. So, and there's one thing that I want to tell you, ladies. When you engage your intuition is the first voices that we hear, right? And the second, the third, and the fourth is fears, is voices that are going to get you out of what you want to do. So today, for the sake of this session, I want you to listen, even if your intuition tells you something crazy about joy, that is like, are you mental? I cannot possibly write about that. I mean, you're insane. Just shut up. No, I want you to actually listen to that voice and say, hold on, you're a bit nuts, but I'm hearing you today because that crazy woman with the pink earring told me to listen to you today. So I want you to...
the voice I had when he came to go and write a book with 100 women.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, Sabine is an amazing example. You listen to your intuition. So absolutely amazing, yes. So I really want you to be open. And another thing, when we do the writing, is we're going to be all silent and we're going to write whatever comes to your mind. Do not think, oh, does it make sense? Does it not make sense? We're not here. We're here to channel our intuition, our message, to just let it out. Because writing is like a river. This is how I see it. It's like flowing. Words needs to flow and really feel like, when I write, I'm like, I feel like I'm on a river, on a beautiful boat, like, and the river takes me. And this is what I'm trying to give you today. This amazing feeling, and it's not like, oh, what is that? And your reader is going to feel that. He's going to feel that you're not in flow. So we're going to try and get into flow. So without any further ado, I'm going to start the session. We are going to do a little meditation, probably 5 minutes, to engage our intuition. I do this with my writers in the club all the time. I do it myself. I wanted to have a physical pen. When I ask you to grab a pen, because we're going to close our eyes, so maybe have it in your hands or within your reach, okay? Then we're going to do a physical exercise to start to engage joy into this session. Then we're going to do another little meditation before we start writing in joy, because I need to help you to engage with the feeling of joy in your life, because many of us sometimes are like, I don't even know how it feels, like I forgot. So if we want to write about joy, we need to engage and know how it feels. Okay, and then of course we're all going to get silent pen and paper, and it's time to let this river go and flow. And whatever the intuition tells you, you just write. And then, of course, let's see how we are in the end. If there is time, maybe we can take questions, maybe people can share their writing. But I really invite you again, and I stress it, to not overcomplicate. Do not ask, why do I do this? I don't like it. Be in flow for today. And anytime you don't feel in flow, just imagine the water. You know, imagination is so important. We can start to feel things through imagination, and you know that. Like you imagine a beautiful place and you feel good. So when you don't feel in flow, imagine a river. Really, whatever river that you feel that you saw it, just think about this flow and then connect to that flow, right? Okay, so we're here. So whenever you're ready, let's start, and we close our eyes, ladies, to engage our intuition. And I want you to have your feet well on the ground. And let's start taking 3 deep breaths. And we breathe in and breathe out. And when you breathe out, really go, you know, as if any heaviness, anything that you had this morning is just ready to come out of your body, so that we can welcome more of this flow and this ease and joy into our life. And we breathe in. And again. And I know if you're in a public place, just don't feel shy. Just go for it. I know Helena is there in a public place. Just go with it. And amazing. And I want you now to put all your attention in that beautiful spot within your eyes. That spot that we call third eye, which is the source of your intuition, which is the voice of your higher self. Your higher self is that version of you that has no limits, has got no doubts, has got no fears. And it's that part of you that knows exactly where you want to go and how you need to get there. And it's important that you listen to whatever that voice, that intuition tells you. And as you concentrate all of your attention in that beautiful point, I want you to imagine seeing a beautiful purple wheel start spinning clockwise within your eyes. Start really, really slowly and gentle and moving clockwise, and you really see these beautiful, vibrant purple colors. And as it moves, every spin, you almost hear those voices of your intuition. With each spin, you engage in more and more those whispers, those voices coming from that higher self, that very powerful, divine part of you. And really see spinning and spinning and spinning. If it can help you to help the visualization, take your right hand and start spinning, doing little clockwise circle within your eyes. You can simply do little circle so that you help your mind visualize this purple wheel spinning and spinning. And your intuition getting stronger, louder, more and more engaged. Don't forget to breathe in, and with each breath, make each breath give like a sort of push to the wheel so they can spin even more. and see and imagine. And you may have words, limiting words, telling you, what are you doing? What is this? If that happens, just watch those thoughts, and as if they were clouds, watch them go. Any thoughts that comes that wants to limit you in this moment, imagine they're beautiful clouds, and you just watch and you say, thank you. I am not ready for you now. And watch them go as you engage more and more your intuition. And feel the energy, the strong heat between your eyes. You may start to see some purple color, and that is absolutely wonderful. And if not, don't worry. Keep visualizing the purple and engaging and welcoming your intuition. And I want you now, take your pen within your hands and put that pen within your eyes. And imagine this pen absorbing all those whispers, those ideas, this beautiful energy of the third eye. Imagine this wheel going and spinning and penetrating the pen as you keep it there within your eyes. And repeat after me. I am now open to receive the whispers of my intuition. I am now open to receive the whispers of my intuition for my highest and best good. And we can repeat all together. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And really imagine all those beautiful flow going into the pen. And start to gently open your eyes. Put your feet well on the ground so that we ground ourselves. And really gently open your eyes. Okay? Yes, with the eyes closed. So this is a beautiful little meditation that I do a lot to really engage my intuition. And I have people telling me that once they do this, once you really get used to do it, you will see, you will let me know how really the experience comes and flows into the pen. So before we start into the next, we're really connecting with joy. If you got any thoughts or anything, maybe you can write it in the comment. Give me a thumbs up if you could visualize, if you enjoyed it. Don't know. Yeah? Okay, that was very good. Now, before we engage into the next part, I want you to take your pen. Remember, we're engaging in joy, okay? So I want you to put a pen between your teeth like this. And we stay like that for about a minute. I know you're probably going to think that I am crazy, but please, can you trust me on this? I'm going to do a stopwatch. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I'll do a little bit less. Here we go. Just stay there for 1 minute. Don't forget to breathe. I'm going to take a picture and publish in the national newspaper, yeah? With all your faces. 10 seconds ago. Helena, I hope you're doing this. We don't see you. And off we go. Okay, wonderful. I tell you in the end why we did this. There's a psychological reason why we did this. Some of you might know. Okay, so are you ready now? We have engaged our intuition. And now we're going to do another little meditation to engage joy into our body and really start feeling it. Okay. Again, when we do this in this meditation, if I ask you to visualize certain places, to be in certain places, the first one that comes to your mind. Don't go like, no, I don't want to be there. Oh no, I don't like that person. Oh no, I don't want to see that. No. And then we control what our mind is telling us. So absolutely not, right? Let's engage with whatever comes first, because that's the thing that we need to focus on. Sounds good? Any question on that? We will probably be about 5-10 minutes, maybe less, and then we're going to start. I'll give you the prompt and we're going to start writing. Yes? Sounds good? Give me a thumbs up, everybody. And I know that you're all good. Amazing. Okay. Let's do. And maybe a little let's shake a little bit. Yo, look at that. I love that, Aurelie. Yes, let's shake a little bit. If you want to do a shimmy, just to prepare your body for some joy. I mean, that pen exercise should have helped you already, right? And really, maybe do that and do some, take deep breath and really engage beautiful feeling and sensation in your body. Okay, if you want to touch your body and caress your, and really feel, really take that time to really start feeling those beautiful emotions in our body. Okay, and when you're ready, let's close our eyes again and make sure your feet are well on the ground. Very, very important. And another thing that I forgot to mention before, make sure you do not have legs crossed or hands crossed or anything crossed, because when you cross, the energy doesn't flow. Okay, so really be in a receiving position, which usually is like this, with the palm on your knee and legs uncrossed. I know women, we like to look good with the legs crossed, but not this time. Okay, so again, just listen and see the first things that comes. Don't question, don't doubt, just go with it. Okay, and let's gently close our eyes, and again we take 3 deep breaths. And now I want you to put all your attention in your heart. Your beautiful, beautiful heart that is always there, beating for you, letting you know that you are alive. You may want to put a hand into your heart if you feel that you want to connect to your heart even more. And if you put a hand in your heart, I want you to start hearing and connecting to the sound of the heart. Tu-tum, 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 tu-tum. And imagine that you and your heart becomes one. Imagine your heart expanding, 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 and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. With this beautiful beat. And really imagine that you and your heart are one. And as you really connect to your heart, you start to feel at peace, relaxed, calm. You start to feel the rhythm of the heart. Tu-tum, tu-tum, tu-tum. And imagine starting to hear your heart whispering. You may not hear anything, but what is your heart telling you right now? As you listen more and more, notice that your heart is whispering words of joy to you. As you hear those whispers, you start feeling those words. Your body changes. You started to connect to that beautiful feeling of joy. How does it feel to be in joy? Really connect deeply to that word. And as you connect and you keep your hands into your heart and you allow this beautiful feeling and sensation coming into your heart and your body, you may not remember what joy feels like. Maybe you may have never experienced it in a way that you think you should experience. Really feel when you just say joy. Go and check in your body. How does your body feel? Is there any part that feels excited, more relaxed? Maybe you start to smile. Maybe you remember a time when you were so joyful. I want you to really start looking and remembering this time in your life that you experience such a joy? Imagine that you could see your life from the top, and looking down, go to that very moment, the first one that comes in your mind. The first one that comes that you felt so much joy. When was that? How old were you? Maybe it was not long ago. As you go back in time and replay the images of that scene, of that situation of joy in your mind, engage the heart and let the heart feel again those emotions, those sensations. Did you feel a shiver? Did you feel like an orgasm? Did you feel you would explode? Connect and imagine that your body is living again right now, that moment. Let your body go through those feelings again and live it again. And breathe in. Don't forget to breathe in to really bring those feelings into your whole body. Relieve those moments. Relieve those passions, those emotions. Maybe it was a first kiss or anything. Maybe it was a joy in making somebody joyful. Go back to that moment and live every second of it and engage your body. Maybe lose your body. Breathe in, and as you breathe in, bring more joy and that feeling that you had at that time. Your body is totally engaged with that joy. That feeling is all over you. Just stay a few minutes there and notice what is changing in you and your body, in your posture. Is your mouth smiling a bit more? Let your intuition bring any memories and help you to connect to those beautiful feelings. If you feel it in a particular area in your body, just touch that part of your body. If you feel it in your heart, touch your heart, maybe your breast, maybe your belly. Wherever you feel the strong sensation, just breathe it in. relive that moment as if it's today, in this exact moment. Even if it might seem small to you, whatever came to your mind, accept it. Joy comes in many shapes, many forms. There is no rules, there is no boxes to put joy. There is no size for joy, there is no expectation for joy. It just comes and totally invade your body. Any thoughts comes, remember to watch them as clouds passing by. You are now one with joy. Nothing else matters in this exact moment. You and joy are one. Nothing matters but joy. And remember to breathe in, and in each breath in, you breathe in more joy. And I want you now to take that hand. If it was in your heart, or if it was not in your heart, just put it in your heart. And imagine that feeling of joy. Everything that you have experienced right now, going into that hand. Wiggle the hands and imagine looking at it because your eyes are closed. And imagine the feeling, the beauty of joy being in the hand. And as you gently close the hand, remember that that feeling is accessible to you anytime you desire. You can choose if access it or not, anytime you like. And really visualize that beautiful feeling being in the hand that you can access from today, anytime you desire. And you finally put the hands into your heart and say, thank you. Gently wiggle your feet on the ground. Feel your feet well on the ground. We come back to our body and we gently start opening our eyes. I don't know you, but I felt like an orgasm. you anything, I don't interrupt. Let's time to write. We have about, I can be here until 3:20. So let's start writing. And what I want you to write, it's very simple. Anything you have experienced, go and write with no structure, nothing. Let the words flow. What have you felt? What was the situation where you're in? Was there a particular moment that you remember? Was at a particular time? What was going on? Let's start. Is that okay with everybody? Let's start the flow through the pen. And off you go, ladies. Let me know, ladies, if you're okay with having a little bit of more time, or if anybody wants to ask any question or maybe share. You can write it in the comment, whatever you prefer. We can leave it open for another 10 minutes, or we can start talking, whatever you prefer. I'm open to it. Yeah? Aurelie? You can type what you prefer. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, I think it would be nice to share and exchange what the breakthrough, what came up, maybe would be nice.
Yes, is everybody happy with that? Annette, you happy? And Martine, Julie, and Asia? Yes? Okay, because also remember that your intuition is engaged, so even when we close this session, it will still come in and flowing. And you can go back to this. This is recorded. You can go back to it anytime. Like I wrote my final part. My story is complete, I think. This was the missing piece, and it's come. Look. So, yeah, please, really share with us. We probably have about maybe 2-3 minutes each. Is that okay? Yes. I'll be strict on the time. So yes, go, Aurelie.
So should we share the breakthrough, or should we share what we wrote, or
anything that you want? If you want to share.
So yeah, actually, it guided me to remember and actually to remember that this is my mission, to help others remember who we truly are, which is peace, joy, and love. And it really took me back to the most amazing moment when I was in South Africa, spreading the joy and actually helping others to feel the joy through singing. Like, wow, it was so profound, actually. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for this, because, wow, that's the only word that's coming. Wow, it really allowed me to go back and feel, when do I feel joyful? When I share my gift of singing. So that's the message I received. This is why I came here. It's to share my gift of singing, and that's why I bring joy. And it also, brought me back to, to those moments where I was bringing joy through rehearsals, through singing the song Peaceful Change. And I'm about to launch it now soon again, the third version. And so the message was to continue singing, and just to grow my global peace movement, Voice the Change. So I have to continue my mission. And the reason why I kind of stopped, like since I've been back in Europe, it's because I don't know, I haven't felt the desire to share that deep joy that I was feeling back in South Africa. And maybe I was lacking the energy of it. And actually what came up as a breakthrough is actually the loss of 2 of the members of Voice the Change that departed, and a few other people who have departed. So I've been like kind of grieving and sitting with this sense of like physical loss of these amazing people that were part of, Voice the Change. And yeah, I think I've been grieving, actually, and that's what stopped me to continue, sharing my joy. So I guess it's life. We go through these emotions, and we have to embrace it as it comes. And so we can share again while we're here. We can share again once, we're ready to share that spark again. But yeah, the grief was a big challenge, and I didn't acknowledge it actually up until this meditation. Actually, was pointing towards that way of me grieving and feeling the loss of these people. Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, I think you probably have a beautiful idea there for the stories, right? And
sorry, beautiful.
You have a beautiful idea for the story.
I already wrote it actually before, but I think I needed 2 confirmations, and it sounds like the story is very similar to what I wrote for the Joy book. So I think I'm gonna see a lot of like synchronicities and relations, or relating to, a lot of relations too.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
nice
you.
To meet you, because we've been kind of, responding and messaging. Finally, I meet you in person.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you. Who wants to go next and share their experience? Annette, maybe you want to go next?
Yeah. I also have a question, around my writing. So I wrote in lots of very short sentences, you know. Example, joy is in my heart, joy feels relaxing, I'm full of joy, I'm always happy. Joy is excitement, joy is changing countries as often as I can in a lifetime, and that's me. I'm addicted to changing countries, okay? Of course, many people may think I'm nuts because it's very tiring. And I can relate to your experience. The wonderful lady who just spoke, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Oh, really?
Really.
Africa, and I have to admit that Africa was most probably the craziest time in my life. You know, having lived in any continent so far, living in South Africa, singing with the girls from the townships, which I like you know, this, oh my, it gives me goosebumps, you know, to think about that, and I start crying, I think. And I start crying because I had to leave Africa, you know, and I didn't want to. So that was very hard. And I also love living in Morocco. And now I will eventually even get a chance to live in Asia. I just returned from Singapore. I'm very tired for a look and feel trip. And yeah, I feel truly blessed, you know, to have those many opportunities in my life to touch so many hearts and to learn so much from people in other countries and cultures. It's a true gift.
Beautiful. So, I mean, definitely this is what brings you joy. So you got already there so much ingredients, no? Annette, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. And I send you a massive virtual hug. Yes.
Yes, me too. Group hug. Group hug.
Hug for Annette. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Annette. And
I can hear you, Annette, because that's exactly how I felt. I wasn't ready to leave South Africa. I wasn't ready to leave, but my visa expired, and I was heartbroken, like so heartbroken. So I hear you. I feel you. No, it's a hard place to leave once you've experienced it. It's a difficult place to leave. For
and
sure.
also remember something, Annette, that might help you. Home is always in your heart.
Yes, that's true.
It's always in your heart. So wherever you go, home is with you.
Yeah, that's been my lesson. That's been the lesson actually through this journey. It's been my biggest lesson to learn. Thank you, Deborah.
Beautiful.
Who
wants to go next? Or Annette, do you want to share something else, or you're okay?
I think I'm fine. Perhaps I will cry, but it's more joyful crying. You know, it's not crying because I'm unhappy, but because it was such a great experience. Oh, you know, it's a crying out of joy, and that sounds very, very strange. It's okay. Because it's so special. Okay. And I wanted to ask what I just wrote. I almost want to say, am I allowed to write it in a book? Because it's a very short sentences, you know, it's 3 words, it's 4 words, it's 4 words, and okay. I don't know if that's.
Can I give you an advice?
Yes.
Is that okay? So what I would do, I would take each single sentence and then dig more. So for example, I give you an example. This is something that I say sometimes when I ask the people in the club to share the stories and, you know, write content for their business. So take one sentence, and then it's like you start to peel the onion of that sentence. So for example, I'll give you like a short example. I cannot go into details because I don't have a lot of time, but give me one sentence and I'll show you how you can peel it, and then you can do the rest so that you can expand and make it a longer text. So give
example. Okay, example is joy is freedom.
Joy is?
Freedom. Freedom.
Okay. Perfect. So joy is freedom. So what does it mean? Think about that. The joy is freedom. What is really freedom? How do you know that you are free? How do you know you're connected to freedom? Now, remember a time when you truly felt free in your life. Yes? So In one sentence, we have already expanded at least to a little paragraph. Yeah? So it's always about, when you have short sentence, just start asking question around that sentence, you know. But how, like, people say, oh, for example, for your why, you know, all of you have why in your business or anything. People said, oh, I want to make people happy. Okay, but why, you know, why? Keep asking why. How does it make you feel? What does it give you? So ask all these questions so that you can dig and dig and dig. And you can go back to the recording, and if you didn't had time to write them down, you can you know, listen to the recording again and write them down. So explore the feeling. What is freedom? Why joy is freedom? In what sense joy is freedom? Because I feel. How do you feel? Because that time when I was blah blah blah, yes. And then you go on the second and on the third, and you expand.
And this, Debra, can I just ask, so this could give a paragraph for the book, is it? Kind of, almost.
Yeah, this
if I see them and I explain how did it feel, you know, when I experienced that.
You know, the way I see it is, obviously, when I give it for everybody, I don't know exactly, Sabine, you know, but for me, that's why I did that, because when you talk about joy, the reader, they don't want to see that you are disengaged with joy. The reader wants you to see the joy, what's joy for you. So Annette, in everything that you write, there needs to be 100% you in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so how do you bring yourself into the writing is by telling your reader how you felt that time. Like, for example, in my story of joy, I'm just going to share a little ideas. I've done the recipe, you know, that was what was missing, the recipe, I've just done it. And then I'm sharing a beautiful story of joy with my children, which is absolutely beautiful. It was one of the best times that I felt joy on a particular moment in my life. And then I developed that story. So I talked in details, and then you can engage the reader as well in the story. There's so much that, you know, I don't have much time to say, but there's so much you can do. And what my advice, all of you, is don't be generic. Be your story of joy is you. The readers want to connect with you, because they can go in other book and think, oh, joy is this. To be joyful, you got to do this. You know, I think it's really, that's why we write, because we need to put ourselves in it. Yeah, does it make sense, Annette?
Makes sense.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So we have, a little bit. So who wants to go next? I have like about 8 minutes left. Who wants to go next? Martin, yes. I don't know if I can unmute you, or Sabine needs to do it.
No, we can unmute ourselves as well if we.
All right. So Martin, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I have unmuted myself. Yes.
I'll give you like about 2 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry about that. I wish I could stay longer with you ladies, but yeah.
It's all right. I just would like you to go briefly over the whole a bit. So what I wrote today is about a story in my childhood when I was 7, and I was giggling with my sister in the living room. And while we were giggling in the living room, my mother was behind us. She was ironing the clothes. And I've never forgotten that feeling, because it just, when I went back to that feeling, also when I wrote 2 stories. The next one is about a Christmas tree that my mother made, very beautiful, and the feelings that I got when looking at the Christmas tree. So in these 2 moments, I would like to go back to the connectedness that I felt with myself and the alignment that I felt with myself. And which is also, there is a certain link between those 2 moments in those stories and the things that I do for the people that I work with. Because I'm a coach in the law of attraction, and use different steps to come to a final stage where we connect with the law of allowing, which is also the releasing of all the inner resistance that we hold on to. And so in the moments that I had in childhood, I absolutely had no resistance at all. And it was the state of being in the non-resistance that gave me the emotion of joy.
You know, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
As I am listening, I think you have your story. I don't know if you wrote it already, or I don't know if
well, yes, I wrote one page.
Yeah, exactly. But what I mean is like for the chapter, because you see, and this is what I mean, people. I don't know you how you felt, but when Martine talks about giggling, I engaged with the story. You know, I imagine. That's why it's very important that in your story, you know, people are like you. They can feel, hear, see, sense the joy. Right? In any piece of content, you need to engage your, you know, your audience. Very, very important. And when she talked about giggle, I imagine I saw two girls giggling. This is how much she has engaged me. Yeah. So this is what I want to take the Martine example for you as well, to be as descriptive as possible, so that you can bring your audience into what you write. That's why we read books, to get engaged with it, to get lost with it, right? Yes. So Martine, thank you so much. I gotta move on. And is that? Do you want to say anything else, or are you okay with that?
I just wanted to confirm with you if I'm doing it right or not.
I absolutely. I mean, I personally, I don't know. That's why I'm not Sabine, so I don't know exactly, but I think you got a lot there. The giggling, the Christmas, the non-resistance. I mean, as a story, there is already I mean, I'd love to read that piece. It's already engaged me. He has already engaged me. So.
It's like we can resonate. It's amazing how we can resonate with your story, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, yeah, and we can get an example from that. So we have Julie and Asha. Is it Asia or? So who wants to go next? Yeah, Julie, please. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Debra. I've already written my story, but it was more the feeling of going back to something actually quite recent. We were celebrating, and we had friends. We were laughing in the kitchen. We were stuffing our faces with food. We were dancing till like 3 in the morning. Wow. And most of us hadn't done that in a long, long time. And actually, the guests stayed there till 6 in the morning. I had to tell them, "We've got to go. It's time to go because I want to sleep now." But we hugged it up. We shared food. We shared stories. We were laughing, and that was one of the most immediate scenes that came to my mind. The other one was something that happens quite regularly. My son is a hugger. He loves hugging. And if you're feeling low, he'll give you a hug. If you're excited, he'll give you a hug. If he in the morning, he'll give you a hug. As he walks in, he'll give you a hug. And I love receiving his hug, and I think he loves receiving. And it makes me just feel warm in my soul when I hug him. And I don't know what I'll do when he goes to university, but I don't want to think about that. But those are the things that came to mind when I thought about joy, and really I was feeling really good, and I didn't want it to stop.
I know. I felt so much. I was like, feeling it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And ladies, I just repeat it again. You had this here. Anytime, go back to that and remember the joy now. Where is joy? We put joy in our hand. So anytime you want to access it, remember, your brain doesn't know what is real, what is not. So if you give the things. See, joy now is in my hand. So you know you can access it just by looking at it. And you put it like that and feeling it like that. Yeah. So in that moment you can go back. Beautiful. I mean, I love hugging as well. So Julie, it's really, really beautiful. Wonderful.
It is.
Really beautiful. Maybe you can write something for your own content about what, you know, if you already wrote a chapter, whatever you wrote for something else. Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it. I write for my business, not just about my business, because I create connection with my audience. And this is perfect to create connection with your audience. Yeah?
It is true.
Okay. Wonderful. And then we go, thank you, Julie. We go to Asha or Asia. I'll let her tell me what it is. Hi, Asha. I think you had to unmute yourself because I cannot do it. It's not my, oh no, I think I might be able to. No, it's not my, you know, my Zoom is Sabine. I cannot do it. It should be, you know what it is, Asia, at the bottom, facing the screen is bottom left. There is like a microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Good. We got it. Yeah, we got it. So is it Asia or Asha?
Yes, it's
Asha.
Asha.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, when you were saying what we are supposed to write about, my phone froze, so I couldn't actually hear what the task was. So I was just writing things that I thought I could just win in my head. So I don't know if it will work out or not. So I actually wrote a story about how 12 years ago I was really stuck in my life and I had literally no joy at all. Everything was wrong, like very unhappy relationship and unhappy in my job, and just everything was really sad. And one day I woke up and I just thought, I don't want to live like this. I want to be happy. So I started this process of listening to CDs that help you to focus on things that bring you joy. So basically the exercise was to think about happy times and every day think about happy moments in your life in the past and go through them. And by doing that, you kind of train your brain to attract more happy things. And very, very slowly, but very steadily, happy things started happening to me. And more happy things happened every day, to the point where I had no day where I was unhappy. So every single day now for me is full of joyful moments. And there are so many things that bring me joy. I have this whole page of things that make me happy. So one of the things that actually I came to realize back then when I was completely unhappy was only one thing that was joyful for me. It was my son, who was 3 years old at the time. It was taking photographs of my son. And now I'm a photographer and I photograph a lot of children. And it brings me an incredible joy when I capture the smiles of the kids. And when people look at, everybody says when they look at my photographs, they feel the happiness. And that joy is contagious because many people look at the pictures years and years and they feel really, really positive emotions when they look at my pictures. So I kind of discovered my passion when I was at the lowest, and that was the only thing that was bringing me joy. And now it's something that fills my life with joy every day.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And obviously, I don't know, have you written the story already, Asha?
No, not yet.
So you got all the ingredients there, right? You got, I'm sure, I mean, from what I'm hearing, I can see already like a story unfolding, right? Because you got like before, I mean, obviously, I think because we're talking about joy, so I think in the story, if, for example, you shift from the sadness to the joy, make the sadness a bit short in the sense that you focus on the transformation, how you shifted to the joy more than like the sad part, I think.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I won't go into too much detail about
Yes, exactly. So I think there is a beautiful shift in there when you had this beautiful realization of what brought you joy. And when you were talking about the picture, again, I engaged like Martine, because you talk about the children, you talk about the faces of the children, you talk about people looking. So the joy, you engage in the eye in your story, the vision, because you're a photographer, right? So you could use that, like engaging really the eyes, the vision, the emotion through the eye. Okay. Yeah, could be something like that. And then of course, yeah, you develop it. Yeah, make sense?
Yeah, thank you so much. That's brilliant.
Okay, beautiful,
It's very
beautiful.
cool if it's the right sort of thing. So it's very reassuring to hear that.
Sorry, what did you say,
It's
Asha?
a story that would work. So I'm very happy.
Yeah,
So I was the right story, right thing to write about.
I mean, in the end, I'm not the published. I don't want to. I'm just engaging a joy, so it might not be right. But what I think the whole experience is really our own experience with joy that I want to stress again. So whatever is for you, then it's you really. It's not like joy should feel this way, and it's you and joy. Like that's why when I make you connect, I said you and joy are one, and that is that one that you need to bring into the chapter too, so that your audience can really see and feel it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wonderful. Really, really wonderful. It was beautiful to meet you all, and I hope we'll be in touch. I'll friend request some of you, the one here on Facebook, and if I haven't done some. And I'll see you another time, maybe on the networking, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And if you need to go back to it to get more juicy flowing, just go back to the meditation, and I'll see you in the group. And in the book, of course. Yes?
Yes. Thank you so much. Well, I just write a message for the group actually, because it was an amazing experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really happy. I love doing this. This is really my passion. So
yeah, I can feel it.
All right. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Blessings, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, big hug.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.